After 11 years of being in effect, Colombia seeks to amend a bilateral free trade agreement with the United States. Let's find out more from Margareth Parcasio.
Recently, Colombian President Gustavo Petro said the United States-Colombian Trade Promotion Agreement, or TPA, bars his country from growing local strains of corn. Due to this, Colombia is also obligated to plant only strains produced in the U.S. and Canada instead. The statement was made Wednesday during a meeting with coffee growers, as the agreement is found to be harming Colombia's output and jobs. We import almost all of our corn from the United States and Canada. If I wanted to replace that corn with Colombian corn, I would create 1.2 million more jobs. In other words, wealth, Petro said. The United States-Colombian Trade Promotion Agreement, or TPA, entered into force on May 15, 2012. The TPA is a comprehensive free trade agreement that provides elimination of tariffs and removes barriers to U.S. services, including financial services. Over 80% of U.S. exports of consumer and industrial products to Colombia became duty-free upon entry into force, with remaining tariffs phased out over 10 years. Kevin Gallagher, professor of global development and director of the Global Development Policy Center at Boston University's Frederick S. Porty School of Global Studies, previously wrote that the said agreement will bring only small gains to Colombia, and this will come at a significant cost. Gallagher added that the said deal would dampen growth and make it harder for Colombia to put in place policies for innovation and industrialization. In addition, Colombia will have fewer tools to confront instability, thus forcing it to work twice as hard to maximize the benefits of the agreement. The TPA will also make it harder for Colombia to establish public policies that foster innovation, which are necessary to diversify the economy with higher value-added goods. And reducing tariffs will strip the government of funds needed for combating guerrillas, fighting crime, and developing economy. Meanwhile, Petro's critics have warned that imposing new tariffs on imports, which in turn would prompt the United States to engage in a tit-for-tat response, which in return would further harm the Colombian economy. This is Margareth Parcasio reporting.
It has been approximately 6 decades since the inception of the TV series Astro Boy, a show that ignited visions of a future where humanoid robots could serve as companions to all. Today, the industrial landscape is rapidly advancing research and development in the domains of robotics, technology, and artificial intelligence, potentially propelling us toward the realization of that very aspiration. Ying Junyi introduces us to this promising advancement and potential companions of the future.
有什么我可以帮助你的吗？
能跟我握个手吗？好的，谢谢你。
Answering questions, shaking hands, acting as a tour guide, this robot is at home with it all. Well beyond traditional bots that just run through pre-programmed motions, it can see, listen, and react to its surroundings, and it's what this robot maker has been working on since 2015. Different from industrial robots, the company says humanoid robots will be applied more in the service sector, and that there will be a growing demand for them.
工业型的机器人要求的是绝对的精度值，那服务机器人
We want industrial robots to do exactly what we have programmed them to do. But in the service sector, we need robots to somehow react to situations which they might encounter. And we believe the final form of service sector robots will be humanoid robots. There will definitely be a growing demand for them in the healthcare and elder care sectors.
健康养老等等这些方面都是很大的一个刚需。
Many machine automation suppliers, including this one in Shanghai, agree and have increased their investment in the sector as well. The company says people will be more willing to rely on humanoid robots as they can do many tasks that industrial robots are unable to do.
Only 20 to 30% of our products are humanoid robots. Unlike traditional robotic arms, humanoid robots have arms, feet, and eyes too. And they can do more complex tasks while traditional bots can only do some simple ones.
Recent advances in artificial intelligence are leading to more research in how to enhance the performance of humanoid robots. Shanghai's local government has long been speaking of the importance of innovation-driven development and has launched guidelines for developing high-end technology in the city's 14th five-year plan. Experts say that should attract many robot makers to do businesses in the city.
The concept of AI-powered robots is emerging, as we want them to do tasks that require more thinking. And Shanghai is focusing on the development of its AI industry. Also, I think Shanghai is leading in the ability to produce the core mechanical parts needed for a humanoid robot.
According to a recent report from Goldman Sachs, people-sized and shaped robots could be a $154 billion a year business within 15 years. Yinjun Isis for CGTN Shanghai.